هني راسك ملي كرتوش تاع الامبريمونت ديالك مع خزان الحبر تاع الطابعة الجديدة كانون بيكسما جي سيريز تقدر تمبريمي 12000 ورقة بأقل من 2 دينار للطبع. موجود في شبكة توزيع صابي سيستمز. يقدم لكم هذا البرنامج بمساهمة ديزاد ديجيتال سكول. يقدم لكم هذا البرنامج بمساهمة صابي سيستمز.
Hello dear students, and welcome again in the second part of the program Oustadi. Today we are going to see a sample exam of English language for foreign languages stream. I'm your teacher of English, Khalid Misnadi. Starting with the some tips in the day of the exam. Try to follow these tips, will help you. The first tip: read the text carefully at least 2 times and try to understand every sentence. The second tip: read carefully the questions. So here we could say read all the subject and underline the important words or ideas. When you read the text, you surely will have or will see some keywords, some important ideas. Try to underline them. Maybe you will find them later. And then reread the text whenever necessary. Sometimes when answering the questions, you need to go back to the text and check or to find your answers. And a final reading to confirm the answers to each question. When you answer a question, try always to read again the text, or at least the paragraph containing the answers, in order to check or to confirm your answers. Then the choice of the subject on the day of the exam is more important, or is a very important decision to ensure success. The way or how to choose the subject, because you have 2 subjects in the day of the exam and you have obligation, or you have obliged to choose only one of them. So try to make the right choice for your subject. And then do not choose the subject randomly without thinking. Try always to think a lot and to make the differences between the 2 subjects before you choose one of them. Choose well and do not hesitate after the selection. Once you have selected the subject, do not rethink and do not hesitate in your choice. So make a final decision. And don't choose the topic immediately because the text is short. This is a wrong idea. Some pupils choose the one topic or the other topic because its text is short, or because they know the written expression for this topic. No, try to think, to read all the questions, the text, and try to choose and to make the right choice. And don't choose the topic without viewing the other topics. Okay, view or see all the topics. We have 2 topics. See the topic number 1 and then the topic number 2, and after that make your choice. And read the suggested topics well. Read well the topics. After that, eliminate the topic that seems most difficult to you. The difficult topic, try to eliminate it. And the final tip: select a topic that contains more points. Okay, here you are going to have the back exam. You wish to get the best average, so try always to collect more points in your exams. I hope these tips will help you. Directly we move to the exam. The exam contains two parts. The first part is a reading part, which contains two sections, comprehension and exploring the text, and the second part is the written expression. Part 1, read the text carefully, then do the activities. The text: the numbers are in and they don't look good. That was the assessment of Josephson Institute of Ethics last October, when they conducted a survey about the moral standards of more than 200 middle and high school students. Almost half the young people reported stealing something from a store in the previous 12 months. In the same period, 7 out of 10 cheated on the exam. Should we be worried? Many observers say that we should. We see evidence of more antisocial behavior than ever among our youth, a sort of divorce between personal ethics and everyday behavior. Even among our most academically talented students, personal interest seems to triumph over the common good. From across the political spectrum come calls to address the problem, as people from left, right and center, however differently they may understand morality, recognize that building character is everyone's business. And of course, in American society, wherever is everyone's business and involves children quickly leads us to the school. The ideal that schools should produce people who are both smart and good has a venerable tradition in the United States. Most children in 19th century America learned their ABCs from the McGuffey readers, which were replete with stories of honesty, self-reliance and courage. The reader's author, William McGuffey, was a professor of moral philosophy at the University of Virginia. But by the early 20th century, schools were beginning to lose their comfort with such moral indoctrination. As America became a more pluralistic society, it was harder to come up with a shared notion of good behavior. Given the lack of agreement, moral education, it was argued, was best left to the individual child's family and religious institution. By the late of 1970s, character development had all but disappeared as a goal of American public schools by Steve Johnson. Well, this is the text. Moving now to the question, section 1, comprehension. Number 1, say whether the following statements are true or false, and according to the text, and correct the false ones. A. Every young people was stealing things from a store in the previous 12 months. B. People should be worried. C. Building character is everybody's interest. D. Producing people who are both smart and good is not important in the United States. Question number 2. In which paragraph is it mentioned that A. The report results are disappointing. B. We shouldn't be comfortable with these results. Number 3. Answer the following questions according to the text. A. Are the results of the survey satisfying for Josephson Institute of Ethics? B. What is the relationship between personal ethics and everyday behavior? C. Who is McGuffey? And D. When had character development disappeared as a goal of American public schools? 4. Who or what do the underlined words refer to in the text? We have 4 words. A. We have they in the 3rd paragraph. B. We have who in the 4th paragraph. C. There in the 4th paragraph. And finally we have there also in the 4th paragraph, and they are underlined in the text. Number 5. Choose the most suitable title for the text or to the text. You have 3 choices. A. Educational problems. B. Ethics in education. And C. Ethics in society. Now we move to the section B, text exploration. Question number 1. Find in the text words whose definitions follow. We have 2 definitions. Try to pick out from the text words which are definitions follow. A. An organization having a particular purpose, especially one that is involved with science, education, or a specific profession. B. A state of physical ease and freedom from pain or constraint. Number 2. Divide the following words into roots and affixes. We have this table. We have 4 words. Try to divide them into root, write the root here and the affixes there. We have anti-social, academically, developed and disappeared. Number 3. Ask questions which the underlined words answer. We have in each sentence an underlined word. Try to ask questions about the underlined words. We have A. Almost half the young people reported stealing something from a store. B. William McGuffey was a professor of moral philosophy at the University of Virginia. Number 4. Classify the following words according to the number of their syllables. We have 4 words: morality, many, reported, and tradition. Number 5. Fill in the gaps with words from the given list. We have which, however, between ethics and education and person. Be careful always here. We will find 6 words and only 4 gaps, so you have to fill with 4 words. Ethics means a set of moral principles which governs a gap and apostrophe s behavior or how the activity is conducted. Advertising means a mode of communication, a gap, a seller and a buyer. Thus, ethics in advertising means a set of well-defined principles. A gap governs the ways of communication taking place between the seller and the buyer. A gap is the most important feature of the advertising industry, though there are many benefits of advertising. There are then some points which don't match the ethical norms of advertising. Part 2 now, the written expression. You have 2 topics and you have to choose only one of the following topics. You have topic 1, in no more than 120 words, write a composition to your classmate talking about cheating in exams and give them some advice to be aware of this unethical behavior which is against education. Use the following notes to help you. You have the following notes. Cheating is a serious phenomenon and an disgraceful behavior. B, or the second one, the reason for the delay of the nation and the lack of progress and the lack of promotion. And who cheats will commit several offenses, including theft, deception, and lying. This is topic number 1, which is guided, and the second one is a free topic. In about 100 words, write a composition about the different civilizations that took place in Algeria in the past. So here we have finished our topic for today. After a while we are going to see the answers. After seeing the questions of the exam, let's see together the answers. The answer of the first section, comprehension. For the first question, say whether the following statements are true and false, and correct the false ones. The first one, every young people was stealing things from a store in the previous 12 months. In the text we have high school students, almost half the young people reported stealing something from a store in the previous 12 months. So we can say that this sentence is false because we have almost half, only half, not every one. The second sentence, people should be worried. In the text, should we be worried? This is a question. Many observers here answered this question. Many observers say that we should. So, affirmative, we should. So, the answer is yes. It means that this sentence is true. And the sentence C, building character is everybody's interest. In the text, however differently they may understand morality, recognize that building character is everyone's business. So, everyone is the synonym of everybody. So, we could say that this sentence is true. The sentence D, producing people who are both smart and good is not important in the United States. We have in the text the ideal that schools should produce people who are both smart and good has a venerable tradition in the United States. Venerable traditions means great tradition. Americans cannot forget their tradition. So this sentence is false because we have a venerable tradition means great tradition. The question number 2, in which paragraph is it mentioned that A, the report results are disappointing. The report results are disappointing. In the text, the numbers are in and they don't look good. The numbers here, we mean by the numbers, not numbers 1, 2, 3, etc. The numbers here mean the statistics, the results of the survey. So they don't look good. So we can say that it's mentioned in the first paragraph and it means that the results are disappointing or dissatisfying. B, we shouldn't be comfortable with these results. We shouldn't be comfortable with these results. In the text, should we be worried? Many observers say that we should. We see evidence, etc. So we can see comfortable, shouldn't be comfortable. This is the negative form, and here we have should be worried, the affirmative form. So comfortable is the opposite of worried, so it is mentioned in the second paragraph. The question number 3, answer the following questions according to the text. A. Are the results of the survey satisfying? The numbers are in. Numbers or statistics or results are in and they don't look good. So we can say here that the full answer, no, they are not. So, or we can say they are not satisfying or they are not good. Only all these answers are correct.
هني راسك ملي كرتوش تاع الامبريمونت ديالك مع خزان الحبر تاع الطابعة الجديدة كانون بيكسما جي سيريز تقدر تمبريمي 12000 ورقة بأقل من 2 دينار للطبع. موجود في شبكة توزيع صابي سيستمز.
Question B. What's the relationship between personal ethics and everyday behavior? Personal ethics and everyday behavior. In the text, antisocial behavior than ever among our youth. A sort of divorce. A divorce between personal ethics and everyday behavior. So, the answer is a sort of divorce between them. The question C. Who is McGuffey? McGuffey, so the reader's author, William McGuffey, was a professor of moral philosophy at the University of Virginia. This is who was McGuffey. So this is the full answer. He was a professor of moral philosophy at the University of Virginia. And then D. When had character development disappeared as a goal of American public schools? In the text, individual, child's family, and religious institution. By the late 1970s, character development had all but disappeared as a goal of American public school. So we can say that the answer here is by the late of the 1970s. Question number 4. Who or what do the underlined words refer to in the text? First word, they. In the third paragraph, we have they here. In the paragraph as people from left, right and center, however, differently may understand the morality. So the answer here, they here, refers to people. And B, who, in the paragraph number 4. The ideal that schools should produce people who are both smart and good, etc. till the end of the so here we have a relative pronoun which refers to what comes before it, and people came before who, so the answer, it refers to people. C, there. In paragraph number 4, we have tradition. In the United States, most children in the 19th century in America learned their ABCs from the McGuffey readers. So, there here refers to children, most children. Number, or the word D, there in paragraph 4. By the early 20th century, schools were beginning to lose their comfort with such moral indoctrination. So, there here refers to schools. Number 5, choose the most suitable title for the text. Three choices were given to you. We have A, educational problems, B, ethics in education, and C, ethics in society. The text was talking about education and its problems, cheating and etc. So the title here is what? Ethics in education. Now we move to the answers for the text exploration. We have the first question, find in the text words whose definitions follow. We had the definition. A, an organization having a particular purpose, especially one that is involved with science, education, or a specific profession. So this definition belongs to institute. An organization means institute. Now, the second one, a state of physical ease. Physical here related to the body, ease and freedom. So it's a sense from pain or constraint. So here we have the answer is comfort. The second question, divide the following words into roots and suffixes and affixes. Sorry. We have words anti-social, we have so, she, and we have anti, and all are the affixes. Academically, we have academ, and ecly is the suffix. Development, we have develop, and we have the affix ment. Disappeared, we have appear, the root, and dis plus ed, the affixes. 3. Ask questions which the underlined words answer. A. Almost half the young people reported stealing something from a store. Half here is a number, and young people is a countable noun. So we say how many. How many is a qualifier that belongs to countable nouns. How many people or young people reported stealing something from a store? Sorry. B. William McGuffey was a professor of moral philosophy at the University of Virginia. So the University of Virginia is a place, and we ask questions about places with where. So we say, where was William McGuffey a professor of moral philosophy? Number 4, classify the following words according to the number of their syllables. We have 4 words: morality, reported, many, and tradition. So we have the table with 2 syllables, 3 and 4 syllables. So concentrate with the words. We have morality. So we can count the numbers of syllables according to the numbers of the voice change. So here we have mo with o, a vowel sound o, and we have a. So here we have changed 2 times. We have 2 vowel sounds here, mo and a. We have here e and e, another e. So we have 4 vowel sounds, which means that we have 4 syllables. The next one, reported, we have reported. So we hear, when we pronounce this word, we hear 3 vowel sounds, reported. So we can say that reported contains 3 syllables. The next one, when we pronounce this word, many, we hear 2 vowel sounds, which means that it contains 2 syllables. The next one, tradition. Tradition, we hear 3 vowel sounds, a and e and the schwa. So 3 vowel sounds means 3 syllables. The question number 5. Fill in the gaps with words from the list given. We have given you 6 words, which, however, between ethics, education and person. And we have this paragraph containing 4 gaps. Try to fill in these 4 gaps with 4 from this list. The number 1, ethics, means a set of moral principles which governs we have apostrophe S. So apostrophe S indicates the possessive case, the possession, so it refers to a person because it's possessive. Behavior, a person's behavior, or how the activity is conducted. Advertising means a mode of communication, a seller and a buyer. So here we find a small relationship between a seller and a buyer. So we find here between because we have and here. Thus, ethics in advertising means a set of well-defined principles govern. So here we could say that we have omitted a repetition here. So we find a relative pronoun. We have a relative pronoun here, which is this one. So, which govern the ways of communication taking place between the seller and the buyer. So we have a gap and is. The most important. Here we have a definition. Is indicates a definition. So we find where we need a noun to define it. So we have 2 nouns here, education and ethics. How to choose between them, education and ethics? The topic of this paragraph is talking about ethics and not education. So this the word here is ethics. Ethics is the most important feature till the end of the paragraph. Here we have done with the questions of the first part. We move now to the answers for the second part. The topic 1, to write a composition on the cheating on exams. So cheating on exams related to education. So in the education we have studied condition, expressing warning, expressing wish, giving advice, and comparing and contrasting, and the present simple. So this is what we studied in the unit of education. So use these cues, grammar and vocabulary and the given notes to develop your expression. And the topic number 2. So you are being asked to write a composition about the ancient civilizations. So what did you study in the ancient civilization unit? In simple past, the past ability was able to or were able to, used to, and had to, which express past habits, and we have comparative form. Also the expressing concession, narrating or expressing or talking with narrative texts, and we have the past perfect with while, otherwise, etc. So these are what did we study in the ancient civilization unit. Use them, and with your background knowledge try to develop your expression or your composition. So here we have finished the simple English exam for the foreign languages. hoping to meet you in another example or another sample exam. Hoping that this sample is beneficial for you. Thank you for watching us and see you other time.
قدم لكم هذا البرنامج بمساهمة صابي سيستمز. قدم لكم هذا البرنامج بمساهمة ديزاد ديجيتال سكول. هني راسك ملي كرتوش تاع الامبريمونت ديالك مع خزان الحبر تاع الطابعة الجديدة كانون بيكسما جي سيريز تقدر تمبريمي 12000 ورقة بأقل من 2 دينار للطبع. موجود في شبكة توزيع صابي سيستمز.